Alright guys, I got a package in the mail today from China, and if it weren't for the fact that they sent an email telling me they were sending me this, I probably wouldn't know what the heck it was, because I ordered this a long time ago. Some of you may remember Pier Solar, which was a new RPG game that was made for the Genesis / Mega Drive. And they've been taking orders for this game for what seems like years now. And it really was over a year ago that I paid for this. And when it's finally done, it's finally shipped out, and here it is. I've already opened it, of course. Opened it this morning. First thing we got was a letter. The letter basically says, thanks for buying it. Thanks for waiting. They understand some people are upset because basically what took, well, obviously took a long time to make the game and test it, and get all the bugs out of it. But what really took a lot of time near the end was doing all the languages, because they had to find people to translate. Because this, I think, if I remember correctly, it was going to have English, French, German, I think, was going to be on there. Maybe Italian. There's a whole bunch of languages that they wanted to get on this game, and Japanese was one of them. But that was what was taking the longest, was finding people to translate it to Japanese. So ultimately they dropped the Japanese language, and some people are obviously upset about that. I think they had given you an opportunity to get your money back and get a refund if you didn't want it without the Japanese in there. So as far as I understand, the Japanese language has been removed, but obviously for me that's not a big deal. Really good job with the packaging. They certainly overdid themselves, I think, on the packaging for this, which is a good thing, because a lot of people are going to see this as a highly collectible item, I think. So I can see people that they want to not even open this, to be honest with you. I'm going to open it. If I can figure out, there's even some sort of a sticker on here, like a seal, showing that it hasn't been opened yet. So get that out of there. I mean, even this plastic thing that it comes in has the watermelon logo on it. When you ordered it, you could pick if you wanted the American Genesis packaging, or if you wanted the European Mega Drive or the Japanese Mega Drive packaging. It didn't make a difference on the game, I don't think. It was just the packaging. So I picked the Japanese Mega Drive packaging. So as you can see, there's some Japanese on here. It says enhanced soundtrack MegaCD. It's obviously the SegaCD. 64 meg high density cartridge. As I mentioned, this is a 64 megabit cartridge, the biggest game on the Genesis by a long shot. I think the biggest game on the Genesis was like 40 megabits, Super Street Fighter 2. So they've gone well beyond that. Celebration of the 20th anniversary of the Sega Mega Drive. They've released the biggest RPG, the system's biggest RPG yet. Got some screenshots on the back. Once again, the screenshots have that sort of shiny surface on them that's not on the rest of the packaging. Gives it that, high quality look. It says here 1-player game with 2-player bonuses, and compatible with 6 and 3-button joysticks. For sale and use in Asia. Whoops, don't look at that, folks. That's kind of funny that it says that, considering that here it says for play with and use with PAL or NTSC Mega Drive systems. Not licensed or sponsored by Sega. So there's no region code, region block or anything like that on this cartridge. So it's going to play in a Mega Drive or a Sega Genesis. Huge and epic story, unique battle system, outstanding graphics, hi-fi, FM, and PCM BGM, 4 save slots. So it's actually got the save battery backup or whatever on there. I'm not sure how they did it. Opening it up, we have the actual MegaCD. From what I understand, there's going to be some enhanced stuff on this CD. Obviously here, enhanced soundtrack disc. I thought there was going to be maybe some extra stuff on here. It says, for use with MegaCD/SegaCD, compatible with PC and Mac for additional content. And now here's the book. Obviously, once again, really nicely printed, full color. Make sure the camera's focusing on that. They show all the different variations of the Sega CD, the CDX, the JVC-XI, FM, Super Bus Stereo. What the heck's all this about? This is about the actual CD then. This is the MegaCD. Sega CD. Enhanced soundtrack disc is a unique feature never seen before in a Genesis/Mega Drive game. In conjunction with the cartridge, replaces the cartridge soundtrack with an enhanced hi-fi stereo soundtrack. That's not all. It also features ambient 3D sound that you will notice in many points of the game. So did they encode it with some Pro Logic? With Pro Logic in consideration, perhaps? The game will check for the enhanced soundtrack disc at every startup. The game will then play the soundtrack from the disc. The disc also features computer viewable documents such as artwork, wallpapers, and a tiny soundtrack player to hear a small selection of the enhanced soundtrack. Yay. Obviously the actual instructions for the game itself. Some screenshots. I mean, just looking at the screenshots and from what we've already seen, most of you already know, this is going to be a really good looking game on the Genesis. And as I mentioned when I first saw the option to buy this game, and I was telling you guys about it, I'm not a huge fan of these kind of RPG games. I'm hoping I can get into this one. And give it a serious try, but I mean, this may not be a game that I really get into, to be honest with you, but this is funny. Information on taking care of the cartridge. Do not put in fire, do not shock, do not eat, do not submerge, do not cook or heat, do not try to open. Only compatible with 16-bit systems. What the heck? That's clearly a Super Famicom it's trying to go into. But it says only compatible with 16-bit systems. The Super Famicom is a 16-bit system, so what are they implying there? It should say only compatible with Sega Genesis Mega Drive 16-bit systems. Some special thanks. People that helped, I guess, work on the game. Obviously, a lot of people had to help. Mega Drive 20th anniversary. And then, of course, the cartridge itself. Once again, this is a 64 megabit cartridge. The biggest cartridge ever done on a Sega Genesis or Mega Drive game. Sealed. Once again, just nice packaging. Shows that it's sealed. Looks like there's a number on here. It says copy number 281 of 800. And there's actually a signature on there. Control test. Quality control test. It's got a signature and a date penned in there. I didn't realize this was such a low production. 800 copies. And I've got copy 281 of 800. So there it is. There's the package, the unboxing. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to get into this game. I am going to give it a try. Generally, I'm not huge on RPGs, but there are some of them that I find there are some I can get into. So I will give this a serious try. Am I going to do a review on it? I don't know. Because if I don't seriously get into the game, there's really no point in me doing a review on this game. I'm sure someone like Pete Dorr or Happy Console Gamer is going to do a review as they get into the game. And obviously, being into RPGs, their review would be a lot better than anything I could do. So there's really no point. If I do get into the game, seriously, then yeah, I'll consider doing a review. But there's going to be reviews. A lot of people are going to be putting up reviews of this game, obviously. So I would actually recommend that you do a search and check for some other reviews. Yeah, so there it is. Pier Solar. I used to say Pier Solar or something, which someone pointed out. Why are you trying to say it like it's French? And it's like, yeah, why the heck am I don't know. It's like maybe I heard someone else say it like that, and then someone heard me say it like that. It seemed like a lot of people were saying it. Pier Solar. But I guess it's just Pier Solar. Don't say it with a French accent. Anyways, pretty awesome. See you guys later.